I'm Karena Thek Lineback, and I have Deanna with me today. I wanted to share with you how I teach a scoliosis class. Deanna's fairly new to the studio. She has a C-shaped curve. It goes to the left. And every scoliosis class that I begin always starts with traction, so elongating the spine, trying to find the flexibility in the curves. So Deanna, go ahead and hold on to the top of the pedicle. And then I'm going to have Deanna flex the feet and just let the spine hang. And you could do this on the Cadillac as well. Deanna's tall, so pedicle works a little better. And then take a break. And then again, holding on. As your client's hands become stronger, we can hold for a strong, long 10 seconds. Go ahead and flex the feet and drop everything down. Good, just dropping everything. And release. And you could do that up to 10 times, again, as the hands get stronger. And we're going to change that up. We're going to take traction with strengthening now. So hanging on again. And for the strengthening component, you're going to have your client hang, so flexing the feet. And you're going to inhale. And then when you exhale, don't move the legs yet. You're going to tighten everything you own in the torso. That's it. So all the stomach muscles, everything is engaging. And again, flexing the feet, hanging. And then when you exhale, tighten everything you own in the torso. Everything tight. It's like grrr, it's really tight. And then release. And let's do that one more time with the breathing. So traction, elongate the curves. Inhale, flex the feet, let everything hang, and grrr, hang on really tight to everything you own. Good, good. Okay, so after we've done traction, we've added a little bit of strengthening there to hold the length of the curve. We're going to work a little bit. The pedicle traction is really convenient for reversing this low lumbar curve. Because all of this is being traction, we can focus on one little spot. So hanging on tight. And inhale, exhale, flex the feet. And we're going to take both legs to the left. Good. And you can guide your client and bring back the legs back. Because as soon as the legs go to the left, the hips tend to want to twist. So again, let's do that twice more. So inhaling, exhale, tighten everything in the torso, and then swing the legs. Hold on to the hips here for your client, and then come back. And one more time when you're ready. So hang on tight. Inhale. And exhale, reverse the curve by taking the legs over to the left. Good. And take a break and arms down. And try to maintain that length as you come. Yes, that's awesome. So with Deanna's curve, there's a tendency to want to be really hyperlordotic, which is normal with scoliosis, but it's even more pronounced with Deanna. And then, of course, the curve is all the way over here, so she tends to want to slide over to the left. So the traction, the elongation gets us started from the very beginning, nice and long. And of course, we're not going to try and take the legs to the right because we don't want to encourage this curve. We want to reverse it.
We're good.
So we're going to do some arm exercises with Deanna. And as she's working the arms, all the muscles of the spine will be strengthening. So we want to make sure the spine is as close to neutral as possible so that as it's strengthening in the position we want. So we're going to pop this underneath the left hip. It's right underneath the sit bone there. And drop the right hip down into that well. And then automatically her spine started sliding to the right there, which is exactly what we want. And we're going to grab the arm straps. The right arm and the left arm are going to do two different things. The left arm is going to grab the strap just above the hardware, right there. And then the right arm is going to grab inside the loop. You'll see it as she brings her arms back. So from here, Deanna, go ahead and bend the elbow. That's going to pop this convexity forward. And the right arm coming straight back like that brings this concavity back. So it's serving two purposes, and it's a great exercise. And then from here, left elbow, right hand. Good. And then forward. And Deanna, bring that right hand a little closer to the hip or towards the box as you come. So yes, nice. Spine looks good, huh? And then go forward. And we're going to do 5 more. Left and right. And drop that right hip down, and we're going to pull that right hip back. Good. And again. Good. And forward. Let's bring this left elbow up as we come back. Perfect. Good job. We're going to continue doing exactly what we've been doing, which is to first elongate, traction the spine, and then provide strength in that new position so that the derotating that you're doing, the elongating that you're doing, the new length in the spine that you're creating can all be held by that new strength. So in side lying, it's a little tricky. My scoliosis creates a right rib hump, a right rib convexity, and so these ribs tend to want to move this direction and back. So if I lie on my left side, it pretty much corrects that on its own. If I bring my hand up here, it brings the ribs forward, and then the gravity is dropping me down away from that tendency to come up this way. So it's perfect. Lying on the left is very, very easy. You want to bring that right hip back because it's going to want to roll forward on you. Elongate through the right toe. That's going to create nice long traction for you here. Bring the hand back up. Elongate through the top of the head. And then the strengthening to hold this alignment is going to come from lifting the leg up and down. And as the leg lifts up and down, the whole spine is going to strengthen. So you do 10 here. This is just going to be your normal Pilates side-lying leg series once you've corrected. And then you're going to circle for 10 in each direction. And reversing, we'll just do 2s. And then after 10 of those, you'll bring the leg on top of the other leg. And you can bring the toes a little bit off the mat. Keep that right hip back. And open. And close. And open. And close. All the time being aware that you're elongating the spine. Now it's through the tailbone here. Up and down. And then 2 straight long legs here. Use your hand as a kickstand. And then both go up. And both go down. And both go up. And both go down. Now we'll go to the other side, which can be a little tricky with scoliosis. I'll show you. So with scoliosis, where there's this one rib that wants to sink, whether you're standing or whether you're lying down, it always wants to come out to the side, and it also wants to come out to the back. Lying on the right side is pretty much contraindicated. So we've lifted up here so that we're not crushing the ribs into the floor. But then the tricky part becomes gravity. Gravity still is going to try and push you down. You're not crushing the ribs against the floor, but gravity is still sliding you in that direction that you're trying to avoid. So instead, you're going to lift up for all you're worth and then create the whole series here. This hand is long and pressing into the thigh. And I would say every second or third move, you've got to remind yourself to come right back up. So after 2, come back up. Just keep feeling that lift here. Keep feeling that lift, as if there's a pin here and you're trying to avoid it. And then after 10 there, you're going to do 10 little circles in each direction. We'll just do 2. And then you'll do the clams. And keep lifting. I can feel myself sagging here. Keep lifting. And then 2 long legs. Keep lifting in the ribs, up and down. Good job.